Good morning, Val. It's Monday. Sparky. Sparky. Look here. Look here. Good morning, Val. I put off doing this until this morning for whatever reason because I was enjoying my spring break. I am also in my pajamas and it is a beautiful day. I'm probably going to go out and do stuff later. In your video, you asked me two questions, one about my stripper name and one about my clickbait title. So my stripper name as chosen in Joseph would be Sparkles. I just kind of feel like it fits my personality. It's not as creative as yours. My clickbait title, I feel like would have something to do with 5 rants in 5 minutes or an interpretive dance accompanied by Taylor Swift music or something like that. So maybe like 5 rants in 5 minutes accompanied by an interpretive dance to Taylor Swift, maybe. I am very much honored by your decision in making me a maxi skirt with pockets. Like that's above and beyond what I gave you. I'm kind of embarrassed at this point. I'm honored and flattered. So since you were talking about the nerdy things you were doing in school, part of which I don't understand, but I do want to read your paper, I thought I would talk about the nerdy things I'm doing in school in the English department. So this week I have to write a paper, and the objective is to produce a critical response in which you explore and then expound upon your own understanding of the texts we have read and or viewed and how they impact your own life, education, and culture as a part of a contact zone. So in this class, we're talking about not just texts like written texts, but how anything can be a text. It's like we read a book in AP English called Everything's an Argument. Well, actually, I didn't read a book. It was a textbook, but everything in the world presents an argument. So for this project, I'm going to be discussing my AP Spanish class as a contact zone. Now, what exactly is a contact zone? It comes from an article by Mary Louise Pratt called The Art of the Contact Zone, and it is defined as social spaces where desperate cultures meet, clash, and grapple with each other, often in highly asymmetrical relations of domination and subordination like colonialism, slavery, or their aftermaths as they are lived out across the globe today. It's basically just where cultures are meeting. And it's impacting the curriculum that we teach in schools because rather than just teaching the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant meta-narrative that we've kind of gone along with only literature primarily written by white males and white females with a handful of people thrown in like maybe a unit on Maya Angelou, talking about our actual history, not just the history that we've chosen. It's kind of changing that and challenging that idea and talking more about hidden narratives, which is really cool. So I'm going to talk about my AP Spanish class as a contact zone where I learned a lot about immigration and the Hispanic culture and that all of that I hadn't really experienced before because I know very few Latino people. I literally almost just switched into Spanish. I was about to say entonces. So I'm going to discuss a movie that we watched called Entre Nos. It's kind of just a common story that's occurs whenever people come over here. Even, I believe they came over legally, and the families don't know how to speak English and they can't interact, and that's kind of something that impacted me and made me want to have a Spanish minor as well as an English major and kind of work to teach English or work as a translator or something like that to kind of help these families. Along with Motorcycle Diaries and a song by Ricardo Arjona called Si el Norte Fuera Sur. Val, I believe that is all that I have for you this morning. I will see you on here on Friday. Have a good week. Don't forget to be awesome.